I am highly, highly sorry. If you want to know, like, if you want to see where the live, like, where you want to join, if you want to join this live, like as a guest, you can click the link in my community post. It's the latest link there. So you are highly, highly welcome. I'm so sorry for the interruption. I am still trying to get the hang of this live video, something, something, whatever stuff. Okay. So Eva, my subscriber that was here before, I'm so sorry about that. That was my bad, honestly. So like I said, I am highly, highly elated. Tomorrow is Bridgerton. Like, guys, I don't know who agrees with me, but you see that carriage scene, like I was talking about in that's in the last episode of part one. Oh my god, I did not expect Penelope and Colin to like have this vibe. Like, we're always looking at them like, what do you guys have to offer? I'm so sorry. I don't know about you guys, but that was how I saw them. I was like, what do you guys actually have to offer? Because, like, obviously, I don't really see any connection. Like, there's no connection. They're always saying friendship, 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 but there's highly no connection, okay, whatsoever. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm seeing that there is, it's like, I don't know how to put it. Like, they kind of like built up this connection over the years. Probably maybe they have a relationship coach that usually works on the chemistry between the actors and the actresses. But me telling you, I didn't really see any, like, any. I don't know how to explain it, but there was no feeling. I wasn't getting the feeling. But when I started watching season 3, when I was at episode 1, I was like, okay, okay, girl, Penelope, like, let's see what you have to offer, okay. And when I got to episode 2, I was like, okay. I was like, okay, Penelope, you have welcome to my life. I'm so sorry for the interruption. It was my bad. I'm still trying to get a hold of this live stuff. So you're welcome to my live video. So when I entered episode 2 of Bridgerton, I was like, I think Penelope and Colin have something to offer, but I'm not really getting the vibe. Then when I got to episode 3, when Colin was, having this kind of feeling like he was actually, getting so used to his role as a playboy or a bad boy, I said, okay, I was like, okay, fine. I think something is changing between Penelope and Colin. So yeah. So like I said, you're welcome to my life. If you want to join this live, if you want me to see your face, or you want to talk, or you have anything to talk about this Bridgerton, please kindly go to my channel. You'll see a place where they say community. The last post, let me see if I can show you guys the last post. Um, you know, the last post on my community is where you will see how to join. Like, you can like join the live with me. So it's not only me that is talking, okay? Yeah. So like I said before, I did not expect Penelope to, I didn't expect Penelope to be this. I didn't expect. In fact, I didn't expect Penelope to just come out. So yeah, but this particular season is filled with friendship. It's because I love friendship. Like, I love that comes with friendship. You get. Welcome to my life. Please, if you want to join the live as a guest, like, you want us to see your face, you want to talk, you can go to my community post. Please, I'm trying to get that community post now so I can actually show you. So yeah, welcome to my live video. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get across that. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm actually getting that. So you can actually see this. You can see this is my community post. Under my community post is where you'll be able to see it. You can see it, right? I don't know if you can be able to see it. So under my community post, there's this link that you can see here. You can click the link and then you join the live, and then you tell us what you love about this new season, because this new season is I won't say this new season is hot. It's not really hot. It's mature. That's why I'll put it, because there are lots of scandals in this particular this particular season. There is the fact that she's whistled down, and we have not even gone to the part that she's actually going to expose herself. I'm talking of Penelope. And then there are like three love stories here. There's their mom, because I've read the books already. So I know that their mom is going to, like, fall in love with somebody. And there is not Eloise. I have forgotten their names. Oh my god. That should be that's Francesca. Thank you. That's, she's trying to get used to what they call, she's trying to get used to the fact that she's ripe for marriage. Yeah. Welcome to my live. I think I'm going to be saying it over and over again. But if you want to join the live, please, you can click on that link to, join my live and let's talk. So it depends on you. But you can go to my community post. If you want to go to my community post, please let me show you how you can go about that. Now you can see me, right? Then when you see me, if you want to join this live view, if you want to talk, you can come to, sorry about that, you can just lie down and then come to community. That's community. You can press this, and when you want to come to my live, I will allow you, so you can just come and talk. Yeah, so that is just it. So I like I was saying before my first live stream went off, I cannot wait for tomorrow, guys. I can't wait for tomorrow. Like, lots of ladies have been talking about it, but nobody's actually ready for what is yet to come. If you have read the book, you will know that this particular part two, is filled with a lot of suspense. Though they are trying to make everything a little bit sensual, so that you don't feel that you are just everything is just so, so plain. You don't feel that everything is so plain. But apart from that, the book didn't really give that feeling. Like, if you read the book concerning Penelope and Colin, you won't really feel that romance. You won't really feel that romance in um you know in this particular Bridgerton book concerning their love life. You won't really feel it. But if you watch this season, I bet you will actually love this particular one, because Shondaland, I'm having the feeling that Shondaland is going to give us something that we did not expect. A lot of people were complaining last year that we've read the book, including myself. We've read the book and there's nothing to offer. Penelope has nothing to offer. Colin has nothing to offer. You're welcome to my life. Colin has nothing to offer, but I tell you, just wait for tomorrow. Wait for tomorrow. I was even very, very I think my sister kind of like pushed the Netflix subscription to, what did she call it, to ads. So if you know you're on Netflix and you're using ads to watch, you can actually comment and let me know how it has been for you, because honestly it has not been easy for me. I'm in Nigeria here, so we that are not in US, ha, we actually have to use, let me not expose myself, but we actually have to use some measures to watch, Bridgerton this particular period, and it's not so funny at all. I have to be honest with you, it's not so funny at all. But since nobody's talking and nobody is saying anything, I was searching on some things concerning this Bridgerton, and I think there's somebody that we have not really talked about. There's somebody we've not really, talked about, like their life changing and all that. Like, the family of that should be the real family. The man who runs that bar, like, is he bar or club? I'm not so used to this Medivian way, or like, I'm not so used to this. I forgot their terminologies, but like, a lot of things have changed in Will's life. He wants to work, but I don't think his family is having it. Like, his wife is now getting so used to the society. Thank God I was not even born there, because then in that particular era, because I cannot imagine myself not working when I now have gotten so used to work. So yeah, this is actually an evolution that we never expected. I never knew that, because like I told you guys, Shondaland is actually working with Julia. I think it's Julia Andrews that wrote the book. Julia Andrews, Netflix, and Shondaland. So they are like working together. And from the way I've been seeing everything going, left, right, and center, I'm like, okay, fine. They are bringing characters that we never saw in the book, because I never saw anything concerning Will. I never saw anything concerning Will and Alice Mondridge, the Mondridge family. I never really saw anything concerning their family, but I think this change is actually so new. So let me see if I can put up a poll and then ask you guys if you can choose whether is do you think the real family shouldn't. I'm sorry, I can't even choose a poll. Oh well. But I don't know. I don't think the real family is that's Mr. Modric. I don't That's Mr. Mondrich, yes, yes. I don't think he's actually going about it the wrong way, because hey, imagine if you are so used to working and then you win you win a lottery and they tell you that you don't have to work again. Like, if you are so used to working and you love working, like you built your empire from the scratch, and they're telling you that you're just going to live your empire like that, how do you think it's going to be? I don't think it's going to be that easy. So I don't see why some people were actually, saying that why is the real family, why are they so relaxed on being poor? Why don't they want to live the poverty life and then take up the rich life? For someone like me, I'm talking based on my own self. Imagine me, I have worked from scratch. Like, I knew when I started my YouTube channel and all that, and then somebody now tells me that, oh, you are now rich. You can leave your YouTube channel. You don't need your YouTube channel. I'll be like, what are you saying? I don't get you. Because I don't imagine myself leaving my YouTube channel when I know very well that I built this channel from scratch, from zero subscribers. And somebody's not telling me that because I have made money, I should just leave my YouTube channel. That's how I feel the William family is actually feeling. That's Mr. Modric. That's how he feels. But we women, we love exotic lifestyle. Please, I'm not castigating the women, but we all know that we love, fancy things. We want to live the good life. So it's not so easy for a man to just up and live the kind of life that, he worked from the scratch. We all know that he was a wrestler. So it wasn't that he just opened his bar, voila. He was a wrestler, and because he was a wrestler, he built his business from scratch. So him leaving his business, I don't really feel so comfortable with it, because I know for a fact that he suffered. Like, this man suffered. If you've watched season one, if you've watched season two, and now you're watching season three, you will agree with me that it is not so easy for him to just transition from a place of, where he started, where he suffered, and then he just moved straight to the rich life. So concerning the real family, that's the Mondrich family, I support them in the terms of, giving them time to get accustomed to the society. Like I said, I'm so thankful that I wasn't born during the medieval time. All those what they call it, those swoon body periods where somebody's wearing a lot of breeches under, you wear corsets, you wear gown that can carry you from here to Toronto. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I see. I'm just so plain. Like, I don't like all those kind of, even people that wear wedding gowns. They try. I honestly, they are trying, because I can't even do that. Now, another thing that you could not know is this: Mrs. Bridgerton is actually going to fall in love. Yes, some people be like, how is it possible? Um, from the book I read, I didn't really finish that particular one, so I won't really say that. Yeah, for those who are joining the live, you're welcome to my live. If you want to join the live, please go to my community post and then click on the link so you can actually join my live with me. Okay? Yeah, you can say some few things and let everybody know what you feel concerning tomorrow, because tomorrow is Bridgerton part two is coming out. Yeah. So, like I said, um, Mrs. Bridgerton is going to fall in love. But the thing is that I didn't take note of the person who she was going to fall in love with, because I read the book, but I didn't finish it, honestly. then this takes me to the fact that once we are done with this live, I will share the drive where I kept all the books concerning Bridgerton family, from Daphne to Anthony to Eloise to Colin to Francesca to what do they call it? I think there are other people too, but I have the book. So if you're interested in the book, I will leave a in my community post. I will drop the link for the PDF where I kept everything. It's actually a Google Drive folder. So I'll leave the book for you. If you want to read, you can feel free to go through all of them. So yeah, cheers to my friend that introduced me to this book when I was in university. I was in 200 level. Some people call it sophomore year. So I was in that period when I met this book, but I kept it for a long time. So I've said giving it to people to read so you can actually get accustomed to the books and their story. So yes, I didn't finish Mrs. Bridgerton's book, but from what I read, she's actually going to fall in love. So like there are three stories, like I said before. Sorry, these three. Sorry, there are three stories here, but actually four, actually five. There are five stories because the first one is that they've not chosen the diamond of the season. Now we are speculating that it's going to be Francesca, but they've not chosen the diamond of the season. Number two, Penelope and Colin are like they're going to come out that we're getting married, blah blah blah, blue blue blue, whatever. Then there is Francesca, who is in love with the Earl. Is it the Earl of Cotmans or? But spoilers, he's going to die. I'm so sorry for saying that, but sorry for that, please. Um, but we know that she's going to get married twice. Yeah, but we've not seen how it's going to happen. So maybe Shondaland may decide to change it. I don't know, but for now, yeah. So we've talked about the diamond of the season, Penelope and Colin, Francesca. Now we know that this lady, Lady Danbury's brother is in town. Yeah, we know he's in town, and he said he's looking for love. Hmm. I don't know if he's the one, but I know that Mrs. Bridgerton is going to fall in love again. That is for sure. Mrs. Bridgerton is going to fall in love for the second time. You know, everybody knows that Mrs. Bridgerton fell in love with Mr. Bridgerton, and like he was her one true love. When it was just out of the blue. They fell in love as friends. So she's finding it hard to fall in love, but I bet you she's going to fall in love. But for getting married, I can't really say because I don't really I didn't finish the book. Okay. Now for the last one, the real family, their lives change for the better. So starting from the diamond of the season, before I go straight to other stories, I've touched Colin and Penelope, and I've partially touched Mrs. Bridgerton. But now let me go to diamond of the season. I think after what Anthony and Catherine did, I think the queen actually has every right to hold on to giving whosoever she wants to be the diamond of the season. Yeah, if you're welcome to my life. So yeah, if you want to join my life with me, you can go to my community posts and then click on my community post, and then you will see a live link, and then you click that link, and then you join me. So yeah, so sorry, excuse me, for those who are actually arguing on the fact that the queen doesn't want to choose somebody as the diamond of the season. Now if you were in her shoes, do you think that you actually choose the diamond of the season? For goodness sake, she was, I won't say humiliated because she's the queen after all, but she was actually let me just put that she what word will I use? She didn't really expect what she saw the last time she chose diamond of the season. Remember, it was Anthony's wife's sister that was actually the diamond of the season. Yeah, and she's so beautiful. But life has a way of showing itself. So we understand that Anthony and Catherine got married later on. But like going back to season two, if you look at it very well, I don't even think I can marry somebody who is not in love with me. So I applaud her sister for actually getting so used to the fact that for getting, for having that sharp eye to realize that her sister is so much in love with who she wants to marry. Because I was like, the signs were there, but Anthony covered up so much. He covered up so much that nobody realized. But that day of the wedding, it was so glaring. You can imagine somebody, how can her bangle fall and you just quickly rush and get, okay, let's leave that one aside. Now, going back to the queen, I feel that the queen is actually taking her time because she doesn't want it to be that she's, she wants it to be that the person who takes the diamond of the season is like what's it, okay? The person what's it. Now, everybody is speculating that Francesca is the diamond of the season, and we know that there are two men who are actually waiting on her. Ah, the Earl of, I feel I prefer the Earl, but don't you think the Earl is actually, it's actually weird? That Earl is very weird. That guy is weird. How can someone sit with you and he's like, okay, okay, so, and everybody's like, okay, so you guys want to talk, and everybody's like, they're looking at themselves like, I'll be, hold on, sorry, excuse me, like, mm, like I would be very, very. It was awkward to me when I was watching it on my phone. I was like, are these people all right? Like, how can you? Well, people enjoy solitude, okay, but like I did not expect that kind of solitude. I know Francesca grew up in a big family and she wants a home that is not so filled with people. Please, you can like my life for me. Thank you. Yeah, I know that she didn't expect people to, like, she didn't expect so many people to get to notice her because she has grown. She grew in a family that is so large and she just wants to live her life quietly. But don't you think that guy is weird? Like that Earl is very weird in all ramification. I don't know the queen choosing her diamond of the season or whatever, but you see this particular Earl, that man is very weird. I can't imagine myself sitting down with a man and he's just like, he looks at me and he's smiling and he's like, he looks at me again and he's smiling and he's like, no, mm-mm. I'm a talkative. Yes, I said it. I cannot imagine somebody being so quiet. We are together. You are not saying anything. But well, oh well, that is Francesca's preference. And if you ask me, I don't even like the other guy. That's is it the, what they call, is he, it's not an Earl. I think he's actually, is he a prince? Oh, I didn't even take note of the guy because I don't even like him. Sorry. I'm so sorry, but I have to say the truth. I didn't like the new guy. Mm-mm. But that Earl that is so quiet, I think I like him because he's good for Francesca, though he doesn't know how to, express himself. But the other guy that is always wanting her around him, I don't like him. Please, you can kindly like my video. Welcome to my life. I don't like him at all. Mm-mm. I don't like him at all. But that's by the way. I think Francesca's story is going to be in season 4. I think, or Eloise. Eloise's story is going to be. I think Eloise or Francesca is going to be season 4. So everybody is speculating based on the way this season is going to end. We will then know whose story is going to continue. So we are fingers crossed for Eloise and Francesca. So we don't know who is going to take season 4, but I think it's either going to be Eloise or it's going to be um um sorry, Francesca. Yes, because now this season 3 is all about Penelope and Colin. So like I said, if you're just joining my life, I did not expect Penelope and Colin to have this much this much vibe. If you go to Luke Newton, that is Mr. Colin, Bridgerton's Instagram page, they were in Toronto, like that was June. Was it June 4th or June 2nd or June 4th? And I tell you, they look so nice. But somebody complained about something. Now I'm going to do small gossip. I'm going to gossip a little. Now, there was something that happened, but maybe it's just the commenter that said it that noticed it, but I felt bad about it too. Now, when Nicola and Luke were leaving the stage, and then she, like, she pulled her gown away, and then she was like walking. Let me see if I can actually get that. So when she was like walking towards the stage, like, sorry, walking away from the stage. Sorry about that. So when she was walking away from the stage, I noticed that when he was like, arm in arm, he just quickly did like this, and everybody was like, "Look, why did you do that?" Let me see if I can actually get that. I'm so sorry about that, but I didn't expect that I was going to talk about it. So let me see if I can actually get that. Okay. Um. So people were like, why is Luke actually, why did he actually, like, why did he remove his arm? If you see the way, if you actually saw, I think I may post it on my shorts. If you actually saw the way Luke and Nicola, removed their arm, they were arm in arm, they were arm in arm. If you see the way they removed their arms, you'll be like, huh, something is definitely wrong. I don't think, I was so used to that. Let me see if I can get that for you. So yeah, so the way they actually remove their arms, I didn't feel so comfortable with that. Okay, let me see. Okay, so okay, let me see if you guys can watch this. Okay, now watch the way he removed his arm. I was like, am I being too paranoid? I don't know. Am I being too nosy? I don't know, but nah. Mm-mm. For those who didn't see it, let me see if, okay. So when they were walking, like, watch the arm. I was like, hmm, maybe I'm just being too nosy. I don't know, but this is definitely something that is, well. She seniors him. If you're a Nigerian, most people will say don't marry a woman that is way older than you. So, but let's stop doing this thing we always do. We always, once we fall in love with the leads and the actors and the actresses, what we usually tend to do is that we try to pair them. I think we need to stop that. So leaving, so I've touched the Queen and her diamond of the season. I've touched Penelope and Colin, and I've touched Francesca. Now, going to Mrs. Bridgerton, because I've actually touched Mr. Will and his wife Alice. So the last one is about Mrs. Bridgerton. One thing people don't know is this: Mrs. Bridgerton's story may come the way Charlotte's story came. Now, the reason why I said Mrs. Bridgerton's story may come the way Charlotte's story came is because we may need a distraction so that they can actually prepare, or they can actually prep well for season 4 or season 5 or season 6. We have Benedict. Oh, I forgot. There's one more person. That's actually 6 stories in this particular season 3. That's why this season 3 is so eventful. I forgot that there is Benedict's story. Benedict is frolicking with that. Sorry, no, I won't call her that because she's actually an intelligent woman. With that widow, and I'm not sure he may marry her, or he may. I didn't really read Benedict's story. I've not read Benedict's story. So, in all honesty, yeah, I'm being honest. I've not read Benedict's story, okay? So, I plan to leave here very soon, but I am, let me just quickly say this. Now, Mr. Mrs. Danbury, or Lady Danbury's brother, is in town, and from what I read, Mrs. Bridgerton is going to fall in love. Okay, she's going to fall in love. She's going to experience what love means once more. And one thing I know for sure is that she's going to feel very guilty because Mrs. Bridgerton loves her husband so much. Don't forget that she lost her husband when she was giving birth to, what's the last baby's name? I think I'm going to check. I think I'm going to check that because I can't remember. They gave birth to them alphabetically. So the last baby of Mrs. Bridgerton. I'm so sorry. Work has taken my brain, and you can't expect me to start remembering all these things. Okay. So the eighth child that Mrs. Bridgerton has is Hyacinth. I think that's Hyacinth. So Hyacinth is going to be like the last story, probably, but we may have diversions. We may have a lot of diversions because you can't expect them to just be giving us, back to back. They may have some time, like they took their time. I think they used Charlotte's story to take their time to really relax. So they may actually want to tell us the Danbury story. I don't know, but one thing I know is that Mrs. Bridgerton's story is going to come up maybe in between Benedict and Hyacinth or whatever. But I know that Benedict was one of those people who took his time to get married. So his story may be among the, it may be, I don't know. But now going back to Mrs. Bridgerton, like I said, she will fall in love, she will feel very guilty. But the thing is that we may have read the story, we may have felt what it feels like, or have we watched it in a series? No. So that is why we are going to give Shondaland a chance to, you know, surprise us. So Shondaland and Netflix are going to surprise us a lot. So don't just think that because you've read Penelope and Colin's story, you feel that that is how it's going to be. Now I will still come back to Penelope and Colin. Now, we've talked about Mrs. Bridgerton, and now I'm going to go to Benedict's story. Now, I think they just gave us a tip of the iceberg because obviously Benedict's story is not really, we're not really feeling his story that much. Benedict has gone through a lot. Anthony has gone through a lot. I know that they are the first two siblings in the Bridgerton family, so they have gone through a lot, and I feel that Mr. Benedict's story is going to be very intense because he has gone through a lot, relationship wise, choosing his identity as a lover and as a man. He has gone through a lot. Anthony was just heartbroken by one lady who finally left with the man that she wanted to live with because she knew she couldn't live the life that Anthony was going to give her. It's one thing to get used to. It's one thing to get used to the fact that this man, I love him, but I cannot be with him because I know for a fact that it's not going to work. So that was what happened in Anthony's life, and then he actually cancelled falling in love. He was frolicking up and down till he met Catherine. You know the story. So now going back to Mr. Benedict's story, I feel that Mr. Benedict's story is a very it's going to be an intense story. Yeah, but we should expect such stories. So that means we are actually looking at Eloise, Francesca, and Benedict vying for season 4, or they may give us somebody else's story. So yeah, I don't. Nobody has commented so far because I think everybody's actually agreeing with me. Please, if you love what you are hearing, please you can actually like this live for me. Thank you. It helps me and it actually gives me that mind that yeah, somebody's actually watching and somebody loves what they are hearing. I was expecting to see somebody join me, and I was also expecting to see questions, so that we can actually be an interactive session. But so far so good. I haven't seen any stories, so probably that means that some of you are actually agreeing with me, and that means that we are actually excited for tomorrow. Yeah, I am highly, highly excited for tomorrow. You see, my Netflix is ready. I left a lot of space because I am going to download. And one thing you should know is this: there are only 2 episodes that are in part 2. In case you don't know that, there are only 2 episodes. That is episode 5 and episode 6. And after that, we close the chapter for Bridgerton season 3. That is it. So yeah, for Penelope and what do they call it? For Penelope and Colin, I feel that Penelope and Colin this episode 5 is going to be a very tough one. Yeah. Toka Life. Hi. Hi, you're welcome to my life. So I feel that this particular how are you doing, Toka Life one? So I feel that this particular episode is going to be a very tough one. If you have watched the trailer of what do they call it? If you watch the trailer of this episode 5 and 6, that's part 2, you will notice that, huh, oh, you just watched my video. Oh, thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you. You can actually give this video, this particular live video, a thumbs up. Please, you can actually like it for me. Thank you so much. So like I said, um, this particular episode is going to be a very tough one, and everybody I have talked to is actually excited because this is actually a very intriguing season. Like I said, I'm focusing now on the main subject of this particular season, which is the Penelope and Colin, and this is going to be a very intriguing season, a very intriguing part, because I remember very well that when I was watching the trailer for part 2, Colin asked her why are her nails filled with ink. See, no matter what you do, you can never hide forever. She's going to get married. Oh my God. She's going to get married to Colin. So there is no how that she will cover up the fact that she's actually Lady Whistledown. There is no how she's going to cover up the fact that she's Lady Whistledown. And don't forget that Eloise is not happy about the fact that her brother is getting married to Penelope, because we know for a fact that Penelope and Eloise fought because Eloise found out that she is with Lady Whistledown. So I believe that there are going to be a lot of palpitations up here and there, because though we all know that the end story is going to be that they're going to be together, but we are all here for the suspense. I am here. I am highly, highly I'm here for the suspense. The suspense is too glaring. Like, there are lots of things that will happen in episode 5. So you just get your fingers crossed, because I tell you, the way we're expecting, we're just like, oh yeah, he's going to find out that she's Lady Whistledown, but I don't think Lady Whistledown is going to expose herself the way I'm seeing it. I don't know about you, but I feel she's going to expose herself, because how did um how did Lady Whistledown notice that Penelope and Colin are engaged? If you've watched the if you've actually watched the what they call it, if you've watched the trailer for part 2, you will realize that Lady Whistledown found out that Penelope and Colin are engaged. So he's going to probably ask questions. How did you know? Lady Whistledown, how did you find out? Yeah, so that is just it. So I am here for the suspense. Maybe after I finish watching, I will come back and tell you guys whether I was disappointed or I loved it. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you are actually very excited for it, because I myself I am highly excited. I have been looking at my calendar for a very long time, and when I realized that tomorrow is 13th, I was like, yeah, we are going to watch Bridgerton. Yeah, so one more thing I wanted to talk about for the last time is what I think there's one more story. I was actually disappointed in part 1 because I was expecting to see Daphne, though I knew that Daphne is not going to come back. I think maybe she broke her contract with the people. I don't know, but I feel that's what happened. I was expecting to see Daphne, though. We already know that Daphne's husband is we're not going to see him in Bridgerton except he decides to renew his contract. But cat on me, I didn't talk about them. Ha. I think they just want to make babies. Now I just feel that's what they want to just do. But I won't lie, I was actually feeling the vibe, but I'm expecting this season not to be too sensual, please. It's not too sensual already. It's a little bit sensual, but the sensual is with caution, because Penelope she's a lady, okay? So she doesn't do things like that. So, but I'm so happy that this season is not like season 1. Oh my god, they made season 1 so sensual. And there was a particular time I was watching it in the car. Like, I was coming home with my colleagues. So see what I did. I was watching it and I raised it up. Like, I raised it. So like the person at my back could actually see what I was doing. Like, I was like, and there and then, the Duke and Daphne were doing whatever they were doing. That's on her wedding night, and somebody cleared his throat, and he was like, and then I looked, I was like, you get, it was very embarrassing. But this particular season is quite relatable. See, minus the fact that Colin and Mrs. Featherington is trying to make it like she wants to have a male heir to the family and all that. I feel that children can, not children, please. Maybe like 15, 16 years, they can actually watch things like this. That is minus. That's when you put PG minus Mr. Cole. In fact, I don't even think children should even watch it. They should not even watch it at all. They don't nothing. There's nothing that concerns them with love. Please, I don't think children should watch it. But from 18 years above, yeah, they can watch it because when you are trying to look at it and it's looking as if it's a little bit family friendly, you will now see people like Colin. Colin will start frolicking with some ladies and all that. So that's just one of the, that is just one of the reasons why, if you ask me, I think I will retrace my steps and say that children shouldn't even watch at all. That's I was thinking from 15 to 16 can watch, but I just remember that Colin and Benedict frolicked in the video. So no, they can't. Yeah. So oh my god, I think I've actually stayed here for long. Oh my god, have I been talking this long? Okay, so yeah, that's what I want to talk about. I expect to see at the end of this season how Penelope is going to confess. That is number one. Number two, I expect to see Mrs. Bridgerton how she will fall in love with Lady Danbury's brother. Number three, I expect to see Eloise. Will Eloise allow friendship prevail, or will she expose Penelope? So everybody's actually itching to know how Miss Ability is going to find out. Is it from the lips of Eloise, or is it from the lips of Penelope? And Francesca, we already know that Francesca is going to choose the heir of Courts. Is it Courts Mind? Abi Courts whatever. So yeah. So I will come back with my own observation after watching my own version of part two and part two, sorry, part two of Bridgerton season three. So yes, thank you so much for coming to my live. Yeah, you can like this video. Please like this video, and it was nice chit chatting. Nobody came to my live. Nobody wanted to join. I understand that a lot of shy people may be watching my live. So yeah, me too. I'm actually shy. Forget this person you see on this screen. I'm actually an ambivert. So I can actually be hot and I can actually be cold. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming to my live. I am so happy that I got people coming to my life to hear me talk. Yeah. So thank you so much. And I will see you in another live video with my own observation. Okay. So yeah, if you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do so and help this baby girl. Okay. So I'll see you next after we finish watching season 3 part 2. Bye. Mwah. Okay. Oh, I want to end this. Why is it not ending? Oh my god. This people don't want me to go. Oh god. Oh my god. Okay, let me try and end it. Okay, I think it's time to end. It's time to end it right now. Oh my god, please end. Oof.